Showalter talking about it early in his press conference, saying, you know, we started in what, a movie theater?
Valentine's Day.
I kind of laid it all out, and then he said the players actually did it. So this is what it's all about. Nothing like this, Jim.
And we saw Brady Anderson and Mike Borden. They were on the field the last time the team clinched in 1997. They're both down there to celebrate. They're both big parts of this organization.
Jim Palmer joining you now for the celebration, and in Baltimore ain't the beer cold. Unbelievable. Rick Dempsey played on the '83 World Championship team. Jim Palmer on 3 World Series winners. What's it like, Rick Dempsey, to see this going on right now here in Baltimore?
Well, you know, it brings back a lot of great memories from '83, '79 here when we closed out our divisional title. I was fortunate enough to play and do this 6 times during my major league career, so I know how good a lot of these guys felt. And you look at this ball club, it was a definite, complete team effort all season long. There wasn't one guy that didn't contribute to this ball club. That's the great thing about it. And today, Ubaldo Jimenez gets to win in this ball game. He tried so hard. It didn't work out most of the time, but there he was in the biggest game of the year right now.
Jim, what's it like for you to see this whole town ignited over this team?
Well, I mean, you know, I talked during the game how special it was to play here. We never drew that many people, you know, probably till, what, 79? But at the end of the day, we've always had great fans. And they endured 14 losing seasons. And the amazing thing to me, 2 out of the last 3 years now, the Orioles are in the postseason. But first time since '97 they wouldn't be able to win the division. And, you know, I was listening to your opening, Rick, and the thing is, it's kind of a baby step because we know how important.
Right.
You got to get to the postseason. Orioles have taken that step. Why not celebrate tonight? Because you got plenty of time now to kind of get the guys that have maybe had some, you know, back problems or arm problems or need rest or whatever, and all of a sudden you get everybody exactly where you want. And if you go back to 2012, they didn't have that luxury.
You know, I'm so happy for these guys, you know, seeing what they've all gone through and how they've come together in the last 3 years and everything. It reminds me so much of the camaraderie, Jim, that we all had together. And, you know, and it's an exhilarating moment. Almost makes you want to cry even at my age, you know, right now, because I know how happy those guys feel. It's a long way to go yet, but this championship right here is for the fans, and the fans deserve it. Peter Angelo, this whole organization that has bent over backwards to bring a championship here, and bringing in Dan Duquette and Buck Showalter, and showing these guys how to play the game today the way it should be played. And I'm so proud of them. I can't imagine.
We're going to go downstairs now. Jim Hunter's in the Orioles clubhouse.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Nelson Cruz brought in for this season, for this exact moment. What is it like for you?
Unbelievable. First of all, say hi to the camera.
GoPro on Nellie's hat.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's indescribable. I don't know words, you know. A lot of injuries, you know, up and downs. But at the end, we stayed together. We stay all together as a family. And we came in and do the first goal. You know, first goal is clinch. And now we have a different goals. You know, go to the World Series and win it. That's the main goal.
What is it about this team that keeps everybody so close and going for the same goal in unison?
Everybody love each other. I say like it's a family, you know. And when something happened with one of those, you know, it's like it happened to me. So as a family, we try to stick together. You know, I think Buck did a really good job. You know, the way he go about business every day is unbelievable.
Now, in this game today, you know you want to clinch in front of the home fans. Hutchison has his stuff, but somehow you find a way to get the big hits.
Yeah, no doubt. We got a plan against hands early, you know, and we executed. After that, you know, he come back and execute more pitches, but we got the damage early. So that's our plan, and we get it a good job.
And as Buck reminded everybody before the game, this is just the first step, but it's the important step.
Yeah, no doubt. We want complete this first, and then we go for the other one.
All right, Nelly, congratulations. We appreciate it. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back up to Tom.
All right, Jim, Nelson Cruz. Where would the Orioles have been this season without Nelson Cruz?
Well, 39 home runs and 102 RBIs. You know, it's funny. We go back to the Fan Fest. I mean, all the way back into what?
We're going to go back down to Jim Hunter. Jim.
Home run. What were you looking for there, and what did you get to hit out?
You know, I got a fastball. You know, he threw a fastball the previous pitch, and you know, I was able. You know, he left something out of the play. He was able to get extended, man, and great feeling when that ball left the park.
All right, in batting practice, you said, don't take me in home run derby. We have to hit it to center field. I never hit home runs to center field. You saved it for the most important spot.
Hey, you know, I'll do that any day of the week, man. That's, you know, save it for this situation. You know, you see the look on my teammates' faces right now. I mean, that's what it's all about.
What has this year been like for you that culminates with this championship?
You know, it's not over yet. You know, it's another chapter. You know, but right now, this is kind of the cherry on top for what's happened in my career so far.
What about the fact that you were pressed into duty because you were needed? Buck talks about opportunity. Not only did you take advantage of the opportunity, you excelled.
You know, it's funny how baseball works out. You know, never gave up. You know, just keep on playing, keep on plugging, and you know, it was awesome that they gave me the opportunity, and you know, and we're just in the best situation ever right now.
Was that the best you ever felt after a home run in your career when that ball went out with everything on the line here?
Definitely. You know, we're going to the playoffs. You know, what more could you ask for?
All right, Steve, congratulations. We appreciate it.
Come on, here we go.
All right. Tom, back up to you.
Steve Pearce with a 3-run homer and a 3-run first inning, and the Orioles 8-2 clincher over the Toronto Blue Jays. 18 home runs for Steve Pearce. When you look at Steve Pearce, what an addition he was to this club.
Well, Steve Pearce has been a godsend from the very beginning. This Oriole team,
Let's go back down to Jim. He's got another interview. They're coming fast and furious.
All right, Tom. Well, this team has veterans. This team has 22-year-old rookies who has a chance to celebrate. What is this moment like for you?
Oh, it's exciting. You know, to win the Allies, you know, championship with all those group of good guys. You know, I'm very happy. You know, it's one exciting moment.
JJ, come on down in on this. What is this like for you? Here we have the veteran and the rookie. You're his mentor, and you were able to guide him through a season.
Oh, I don't know about that. This guy's talented. He's super talented and fun to play next to.
What does it say about the organization that they were able to blend all of the different ages and talents together to one cohesive unit?
I mean, you said it right there. I mean, every game it seems like there's someone else this year. I mean, with all the adversity that we've overcome, Manny being hurt, Weeders, CD, everything. I mean, it just seems like it's a different guy every night.
Jonathan, what about you now? You step in. You probably had no idea you were going to play as much as you did, but you earned the job. Buck kept running you out there. You rely on him and go, you know, what it took.
You know, for play against JJ, it's an honor for me. You know, I learn a lot, you know. And if you play with good guys, you get better. If you play with good guys, you get better. That's how I get better each day. Have a chance to talk with JJ every day, you know, and this guy get me better. Better.
Well, congratulations, guys, on the championship. Just the first step. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
JJ Hardy and Jonathan Schoop. Tom, let's get back to you.
All right, Jim, some of the players have come onto the field right now to salute the fans. There's a lot of throwing champagne out there on the field. It's a nice thing to see for the players to come back out.
Oh, it really is. You know, it just gives them a chance to, you know, come back out in front of the fans that have all waited around to see, just get a little glimpse of what's going on and how happy these guys are. Tremendous.
Well, how about the energy level in this ballpark?
Oh, I know it.
I always thought that you were waving the white towel today.
I know. You look back at the old days at Memorial Stadium, and it was just a madhouse when we won there at the same time.
Let's go back downstairs to the Orioles clubhouse. More from Jim.
All right, Tom, thanks so much. Here is Alejandro De Aza, who has turned into Babe De Aza. What an impact you've made. I mean, last week you're playing out the season, last month, and now here you are going to the playoffs. What's it like?
It's a great feeling, and I can't describe the excitement right now. I'm so excited that I can't describe that now.
Could you ever have imagined coming in and having the impact that you've had so quickly?
Well, I didn't know, but you know, I didn't ever think about it. But you know, in baseball, turning around like that. You know what I mean? So I thank God that I'm here and helping the team win the game, and we ain't stopped here.
What does it say about the Orioles? They were already a first-place team. They acquired you right before postseason eligibility because they felt you were a piece that would help them.
Well, like I told you, I thank God first and thank this team to get me, and I'm here. And I'm just here to help the team win.
All right, so you have the big triple to drive in 3 and break the game open, and against the left-hander, you really hung in there well.
Well, I was just trying to put the ball in play, because I know if I put the ball in play, something was going to happen, and thank God the big hit came.
All right, Alejandro, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
All right, back upstairs to you, Tom.
All right, Jim. De Aza, by the way, the Orioles are 11-1 the games that he's played in. He's got 3 triples so far in 12 games. Absolutely amazing as we look at Adam Jones with an Orioles flag there, Jim. Adam Jones started the whole thing together here with the Orioles. I mean, to start the whole roll.
Well, he did. You know, the other guy that I was kind of watching out on the field, Nick Markakis, this is his 9th year. Didn't get to play in the postseason because of the broken hand. So now all of a sudden, I almost thought maybe I saw a little bit of tearing up, and why not?
I mean, it's all right, I think, to have a few tears on this one. It's been so long. I mean, Rick even talked about it a few moments
Well, they're
ago.
tears of happiness.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But, I mean, look, not to put myself personally into this thing, but when I was 18 years old, you won the first championship in '66. It's been a long time from the first one to right now. I mean, it's just an incredible period of time now for Orioles fans.
Well, the great thing about it, Tim, we're looking at a very young ball club, just a perfect blend of veteran guys, but overall a pretty young ball club that can come in here and repeat doing what they're doing. They've got a couple of steps to go really before they get to the final championship in a World Series situation, but you have to be very happy and very proud. And look what's happening. Here's Adam Jones. What an incredible season he has had. He's taken a good season to another level. Now I can definitely put him up there in Hall of Fame category right here. Now, the way that he had played this entire season, if this continues with him, we're going to look at another couple more championships because of him.
Well, you always talk about your core players, guys that you could count on. And, you look at, 33 home runs, 32 home runs, 25 home runs, 25 home runs, 25 home runs this year. And the other thing is, you got to have a leader. When I first got here, we had Brooks, and Brooks was the nicest guy in the world. But when Frank Robinson came over, he made a difference because he set the tone the way you play the game. And Adam Jones, when Buck Showalter came out here, he proved to Buck that I'm going to play the game the right way. Run out every ball, come out for batting practice, don't be late, and everybody follows, and you need those kind of people.
Speaking of Buck Showalter, you just saw on the screen a second ago. I mean, it was interesting to me that he stayed in the dugout and let the players have their celebration.
Well, I'm going to go back to 1987. I did the World Series, the Twins against the Cardinals. And the Twins had a great year at home. They won in 7 games. Tom Kelly, who was the manager, stayed in the dugout. The next year I said, why'd you stay in the dugout? He said, I wanted to see my players enjoy the fruits of their labor. What happened this year? Like, what did Buck say this morning? He ties Billy Martin for all-time wins, passed him tonight. What did he say? Learn from Billy. You're as good as your players. And these players, you coach them up, you let them go play, you give them the direction, and that's pretty much what this year's been about. But you talked about it, and you touched on it. Let's not forget the coaches. Let's not go back to Dan Dudet. I told him at the Fan Fest, I said the most well-rested GM hadn't done anything. All of a sudden, they go out and get Cruz, they get a Menace, that kind of backfired, but all the acquisitions to fruition you're seeing right now by winning this division.
There's so much work really that goes on behind the scenes that you never see in the wintertime, trying to find the kind of players, not just good players, but the kind of players that'll come here and put the puzzle together. All the pieces that Dan Duquette and all of our scouting department and all the people that have worked in the minor leagues and ones overseeing just everybody that has had some part and some hand in this, bringing the players here and bringing the right kind of people to this organization that can adjust to whatever we're trying to create here at the major league level, and they certainly have done it. It's just been a total amazement. There's not one player on this team or that has been with this team all season long that hasn't contributed to a victory or victories or a lot of victories over the course of this season. It has been incredible, tireless workers that have really gone the extra mile to give what they can to this organization, and today is a great day to show all of your thanks to those kind of people that have done what they've done.
I think one of the most amazing things about this season, on June the 6th, they're 6.5 games back. They're now 13.5 up. That's 20 games that they went from 6.5 back to 13.5 up in a short period of time. They were a game over 500. Now they're 31 over 500.
Well, offensively, very consistent all year long. They lead the world in home runs like they did last year. But the difference, the pitching staff, unbelievable. The starters have allowed them to get to the bullpen. There is nobody better in baseball managing a bullpen than Buck Showalter. So he's been able to do it mainly because the starters have stepped up. He had 6 to choose from. And how did he get some of those guys? You went to Japan and got Chen. You went to Mexico to get Gonzalez. And those guys, I tell you what, Davey Wallace and Dom Chidi, marvelous job with the pitching staff this year. No doubt about that.
We talked about that on a pregame show about how Buck said that he knew they could take care of the pitchers when they came into spring training. He said he just had confidence in both Wallace and Chidi.
Well, when he was going through the the process of deciding who he wanted to be as a pitching coach. He called me one day and he said, I'm listening to this guy, but the one guy that wowed me, the one guy that is better than anybody was Dave Wallace. And then you get Dom Chitty. What is Dom Chitty? Used to be a former Oriole. Understands the Oriole way.
No, it's incredible. When I heard that Dave Wallace was in the mix to be the pitching coach right here, I couldn't wait to get on the phone and talk to Dan Duquette and at least give him my opinion about what kind of respect and what impact he had on the Dodgers when I was a coach and a manager in that organization, and what kind of an effect he had on the Atlanta Braves being head of the minor league pitching. We knew he was coming, from an organization that was one of the best in all of the National League, the Atlanta Braves. And then to come here and bring, everything that he had brought to this ball club and help them to understand how important it was about a lot of things you talk about, Jim. Fastball command. That's one thing I'll never forget you saying to me, Rick, when I get behind in the count, I want you to sit an inch off the outside corner and call the fastball. And it was unbeatable. And that's what they brought to this organization, that kind of attitude.
When you look at the fans being related to here by the players, this is really a nice sight to see as you see Angela Showalter there. I mean, it's just a nice, not only atmosphere because they won, but the players are really relating well to come out here and make sure the fans see them.
Well, they have, and they've really communicated well with the fans, and that's something that we had back in our day, at Memorial Stadium, is that we connected so well with them, and now these players have had an opportunity to connect with a new breed of fan here in Baltimore, here at Camden Yard. And I love this city, and I love this place, and I live downtown, and I've heard so much about the Orioles all season long, last couple of years. It's been incredible what they've created.
Let's go out.